this tower would have risen up in under a year. If you can do this, you can build thousands of low-income houses as well.
Rice and peas, lemon.
Welcome to Jamaica.
Girl, you got perfect legs.
Oh, thank you.
We got Burn Boss Jamaica tour. Yeah, people, we're outside. Stay tuned. In this video, I will be showcasing the topping out ceremony for Tower 1 or the Swallowtail of the Pinnacle. This is a defining milestone in Jamaica's development journey, the completion of Tower 1's 28th floor superstructure at Jamaica's first branded residences. Stay tuned for the keynote speaker, Dr. the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, and I will provide a drone footage of the structure throughout the video and also at the very end. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss any part of this coverage. Stay tuned, my people, stay tuned. Morning.
I'm walking home.
Repeat that?
If the park anywhere down there, even where the green container, there are parking space there.
The green container?
Okay.
Alright. Where can I park? Hey guys, I'm here at the Tower 1 topping out ceremony right now, here at the Pinnacle, right here on the Reading Peninsula. Alright, so stay tuned, a lot to be shown.
Institutional Affairs, Dr. the Honourable Andrew Holness, Minister without a portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Zipping Chen, or Chairman from LCM Developments, and his wife, Mrs. Jenny Chen, Chi-Jin Lee, Deputy Chairman, LCH Developments, Lin Shui Lee, Director, LCH Developments. Also like to acknowledge Yansing Lee, CEO of LCH Development, Chief Fu Huang, CFO of LCH Development, and Mr. Tanya Bilal, our COO, LCH Development. Members of the media, distinguished guests, good morning, and welcome. Good morning. Now I know you had breakfast. It is a momentous day, and I spent about 10 minutes trying to put together the Chinese version of a particular Chinese proverb. I know it in English. Now, it says in English, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And it is a Chinese proverb, but I have a number of variations to how to pronounce this in Chinese. So, Jackson, tell me if I'm getting this right. Chin Li, Su Chin, Shi Yu, Zhua Pian. Something like that. I didn't do too badly. But the truth is, ground was broken for the Pinnacle in January 2024. And posted Category 5 Melissa, the towers are standing tall. And today is a day of celebration. It's a milestone. In fact, traditionally, it represents the highest structural point in a building. And today our Prime Minister is here to make it exceptionally special for the crew, the workers, the team that has pulled all of this together and are at this point in the development. And that's so important. So it's a day, it's a milestone celebration, it's a day of gratitude to honor the work of the persons who have been a part of this construction team so far. And of course, it is also representing a blessing to wish the best for those who will occupy, and of course, for the finishing that will take place on Tower 1 before moving to the next one. So it is my pleasure to take us through the paces this morning, and I am elated to be here with you. As usual, we start off with God's blessings, and for that we're going to invite Father Wojciech Szpilma to come at this time with his blessing. Please make him welcome.
Welcome the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, adhere to the protocols that have already been established. Today, we gather to say thank you to God for this opportunity that invited us to create with Him, to build our world and make it better, to give us talents, to give us desires, and He allowed us to continue to make this world better for us to live. We will say thank you for all of those great gifts. Let us pray. O God, the builder of all things, you have placed on us the obligation of toil. Grant that the work we accomplish and will continue may serve to better our lives, and through your goodness contribute to the spread of the kingdom of Christ, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God forever and ever. And may the Lord Almighty bless you and kindly receive the desires of your hearts. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Father Boychef. And we all say amen. Amen. Tower 1 topping out ceremony. Am I the only one excited here this morning? I am excited. And this is a tradition which originated in ancient Scandinavia, which has become relatively popular across the world, where you celebrate when you get to that milestone. As I said earlier on, the workers, the people who have been part of the construction, the architects, everybody, the conceptualizers. So it really is an opportunity to build a team spirit and to ensure that we get all the blessings going forward. So thank you again, Father, for ensuring that we did get that extra blessing to go forward. Our mayor is down on your program for remarks at this time. His worship, Councillor Richard Vernon. He is unavoidably absent this morning, but he will be sharing with us a message via video. So we ask you to turn your attention to the screen. His worship, the mayor
Most
of
Honourable
Montego Bay.
Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Yansen Lee, Principal of LCH Development, and other members of LCH. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a tremendous honor as we gather today to recognize a milestone in the structural completion of the first tower of the Pinnacle, a landmark achievement not just for LCH Development, but for the city of Montego Bay and for Jamaica as a whole. On behalf of the St. James Municipal Corporation and the city of Montego Bay, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to LCH Development and Mr. Yansen Lee, whose leadership, vision, and tireless commitment have brought us to this historic moment. Tower 1 is the first of 4 towers in what will become the tallest building in the English-speaking Caribbean. A striking 28-story landmark already reshaping Montego Bay's skyline. Reaching the 28th story is more than a construction milestone. It represents the strength of partnership, investment, and long-term commitment to the growth of our city. It shows what is possible when bold ideas are matched with disciplined execution. This project has already created hundreds of jobs across construction, real estate, engineering, and project management, with many more to come as remaining towers take shape. It continues to generate employment opportunities, skills development, and economic momentum for our citizens. Importantly, the Pinnacle introduces new housing solutions and a modern vision for urban living in this part of the island. It pushes the standard of development forward and inspires confidence in the future we are building. Throughout this process, LCH Development has shown what it means to be a responsible developer, adhering to national building codes, meeting required standards, and taking steps to ensure the project is environmentally responsible. 3 cheers for LCH. The Pinnacle has passed the Melissa test. To Mr. Yansen Lee and the LCH Development team, thank you. Your dedication and belief in Montego Bay has brought us to this point, and our city is proud to stand with you. Tower 1 reaches its full height. Let's keep building together. Shake, shake. Most Honourable Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica.
If we were in another context, they would say when it's nice you do it twice, but we are going to continue. Thank you very much, Mayor Vernon. Strength of partnership, investments, and long-term commitment, and of course, job creation, so important for us as a city. Mr. Yansen Lee is with us, and you won't be left out this morning, sir. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the Pinnacle, and he comes now to do the official welcome. Please put your hands together and make welcome Mr. Yansen Lee.
Thank you very much, MC Mali. Thank you, Mayor Vernon. Good job. Morning. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Minister Jamaica, Minister Andrew committed, distinguished guests, partners, our construction team, and friends. I have to tell you, standing here today, I feel incredibly proud. Not just for me, but for everyone here. We are celebrating the tapping out of Tower 1 at Pinnacle, and this moment belongs to all of us, to the dedication of our team, and to the ambition that drives this beautiful country forward. When we first started this journey, we had a dream. We wanted to bring something truly special to Jamaica, a new standard of residential living that this island deserves. We wanted to be built with care and precision. Yes, but more than that, we wanted to create something that honors the spirit of this place and all of us who call the home. And now, Tower 1 stands at its core age, 100 meters, the tallest structure in Jamaica. I look up at it and I see more than steel and concrete. I see what happens when people believe in something and work together to make it real. I'm especially proud to share this moment with our partner, Accor and his more. Jamaica is already a world leader in tourism, which are planned recognition by others destinations envy but can never claim. You have something truly special here. But what excites me about this partnership is that together we are now reaching an even more important segment of the country. We are bringing Jamaica's first landed residents to life, combining world-class hospitality with the luxury living that Montego Bay deserves. Accor and its ones believe in this vision. Their commitment to excellence and their understanding of what makes Jamaican hospitality so extraordinary. The partnership is something we are genuinely honored to be part of. I know we are reaching this milestone where Jamaica is still holding from Hurricane Melissa just over a month ago. This island faced one of its highest tests. Families are still rebuilding. Businesses are still recovering. The tourism sector is working hard to get back on its feet. The work is very much ongoing. But what I have witnessed in this past week has moved me deeply. I've seen this country through character science soon. Never could, there will never without being asked. Workers fix roads, build up large in sand. Teams from so many different organizations, giving their time and skill freely. Right now, today, that's the Jamaica I've come to know and love. I want to take a moment to recognize our LCH team. So many of you jumping into help from day one. Our chairman, T.B. Chin, he was out there cleaning the road to Lucy and Anchorway, just hours after storm passed. That's the kind of commitment that runs through our world. Our part in this effort is nothing compared to what the people of Jamaica are doing. Our unity continues to be the real force driving this recovery. Prime Minister, thank you. Your leadership during this challenging time has made such a difference. And thank you for believing in investment like this one. Investment that helps Jamaica grow and thrive. Your support has been crucial in getting us to this day. To our engineering and construction team, I'm proud of what you have accomplished. The precision, the dedication, the sheer hard work. More than 2,157 cubic meters of concrete, over 20,000 tons of steel. You laid that steel in a single line. You put stretch from big dream, too bold. But look at it now. It is happening. What I believe in is once a people choose to believe in something, they must encourage themselves, inspire themselves, and dare to dream. Because dreams, as Jabba of Alibaba once said, should we dream boldly. Who knows? They just might come true. Well, here we are today. Tools take long. Jamaica can and does deliver work at an international standard. Montego Bay can lead the confidence when people doubt what's possible. Jamaica shows them something new. With the superstructure complete and our project now at 58%, we are looking ahead with excitement. Our team is focused on bringing this entire development to completion in 2027. Bring us closer to realizing the full vision of Montego Bay's future. To our partners, our investors, our team members, and the people of Jamaica, thank you, thank you, thank you. From my heart, thank you for trust. Your encouragement, your cooperation is shaped this entire journey. Your support continue to guide everything we do here. The Pinnacle is about belief. Believe in purpose. Believe in Jamaica. It represents a spirit of a country that blazes after every challenge and keeps growing stronger. This island we love deserves care, dignity, and beauty. We deserve our best, and together we have the responsibility and the privilege to bring it to its highest aim. Who is Pinnacle? Thank you for being here for this historical moment. Thank you for believing in Jamaica's future.
Thank you so much, our Chief Executive Officer of the Pinnacle. A proud moment indeed, and the moment, as you rightly said, belongs to the team. All the people who have worked tirelessly to this point, and who have been able to share that dream, and to work together, believing in that dream. And it's going. This is a milestone. Our Honourable Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, is not with us at this time. He is pounding the pavement, reminding our visitors overseas that we are open for business. Yes, we have been battered, and as the Mayor said some time ago, Montego Bay is battered and bruised, but we're still beautiful. And we are open for business. And he is carrying that message far and wide, that not just Montego Bay is open for business, but so too is Ocho Rios, Anthony Carrillo, and Port Antonio. And we are working on a lot of problems, yes, but together we can make a difference, and we will work it out. So at this time, it is my pleasure to invite the Honourable Edmund Bartlett to join us via video with his remarks.
Powerful signal to Jamaica and to the world. Pinnacle rising to the 28th floor. Wow. This is not just a construction milestone. It is a statement of intent about where Jamaica is going, the kind of destination that it's on. For many years, Jamaica has been known for sun, sea, and sand. And that will never change. But what Pinnacle represents is our deliberate pivot to luxury. A Jamaica that competes at the very top of global tourism and real estate. High-value visitors, premium residences, world-class amenities, and experiences that can sit comfortably beside any luxury destination on earth. To the developers, financiers, contractors, and every worker who poured concrete, lifted steel, or managed the complete logistics. Let's start from Stuart. To the developers, financiers, contractors, and every worker who poured concrete, lifted steel, or managed the complex logistics behind this project, I extend heartfelt congratulations. They are not only reached the 28th floor today, you have lifted Jamaica's brand to a higher level. So, as Minister of Tourism, I want to reaffirm government's commitment to creating the right environment for projects like this. We want more of this kind of projects to thrive as we move forward to reimagine Destination Jamaica post-Melissa. A strong regulatory framework, infrastructure support, and a clear strategy that aligns luxury development with national growth and community development is at the heart of our strategy. Pinnacle is a symbol of where Jamaica is going, upward, premium, and confident. So, congratulations then on this milestone. Let us now push to full completion, knowing that as Pinnacle rises, so too does Jamaica. All right?
Indeed, Minister Bartlett, as Pinnacle rises, so too does Jamaica. Reimagined, diversification of the market. That's what this is about. Looking at another niche, the luxury market, which is so important for us as we grow as a nation. Our Prime Minister is with us this morning, and I'm happy he is here. And I want for you to give him a very nice Montego Bay welcome. Prime Minister, it's very special this morning. Over to you as you come with your keynote address.
I don't know why I was of the view that would be an extended program, so I thought there would be a few more speakers before me. But I don't mind. I've always said that we must be brief in ceremony. We spend too much time in ceremony. I certainly spend too many hours sitting down listening to speeches. And I spend maybe too much time standing up giving speeches. So we should, as a country, as we look towards the redevelopment of the areas of Jamaica that have been destroyed, and we look at a vision of rebuilding forward, integrated in that vision is greater time management and efficiency. More of that. Let me acknowledge the ministers of the cabinet who are here. Mr. Ziping Cheng, Chairman of LCH, and Yang Lee speaks English with a Jamaican accent. The team of LCH and Pinnacle, members of the public and private sector who are here, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a good morning. You don't sound like you believe that, but it is indeed a good morning. Good morning. Today's ceremony is a declaration that even after the strongest storm to make landfall in living history, Jamaica's momentum cannot be derailed. And that's why I'm here this morning. To highlight a significant milestone in this project, but to also demonstrate to the world that Jamaica is open for business. It was such a pleasing sight to see cruise ships back in the pier, to see the hustle and bustle, that's just a euphemism for traffic in Montego Bay, and to see the city coming back to life. And indeed, to see the workers from the tourism enhancement fund, from the tourism product development company, cleaning up the elegant corridor as I came in. There is a great attempt to return to normalcy. And I am very heartened by that. And I want to commend the parish council, the municipal authority, the mayor and his team, and commend all the businesses getting back up very quickly and restarting production and service delivery in your city. Again, I commend you and I encourage you. This morning, however, permit me to share a few thoughts with you as we mark this significant achievement of reaching the final floor in the first tower. That's the 28th floor. I hear a boast that this is the tallest building in the English-speaking Caribbean, only for a few months. Because there are several other buildings in the works that are going to surpass your business, your towers, Jansen. So you better start thinking of some taller ones. But allow me to share a few thoughts with you. The notion is that this is going to become the heights of luxury. It is Jamaica's entry into a new segment of the tourism market, which is luxury and lifestyle. And we welcome that. We want to diversify our product, and this is important. But as Prime Minister, for everyone, particularly in a time of disaster, we acknowledge the sensitivity that we can't be celebrating luxury when there are thousands of households without roofs. So as I stand here celebrating this achievement, I want the rest of Jamaica that is without a roof to understand that they are not forgotten, and that every hour of my day is spent trying to figure out how to get to those roofs quickly, effectively, in an affordable way, and in a sustainable way. As remote as it may seem, this is also part of the effort. Pursuing this is not to the exclusion of pursuing roofs for persons who don't have. will try to divide the country into those who have and those who don't. My job is to bring the country together so that we can all have. It is not an easy task, but it is the only way for us to all progress as one people. Now, the diversification of the tourism product is absolutely important, but it can't be done in isolation. Unfortunately, we have developed tourism almost as a silo cut off from the rest of the economy. But tourism itself has developed in silos. Hotels have developed without housing for workers. Hotels have developed without proper plans for sewage and water. Hotels have developed without proper plans for expanding the airports and the highways. And we have developed the all-inclusive concept that because the rest of Jamaica isn't moving along in pace, but let's create a kind of colony where the services can be delivered. That model cannot take us further than it has taken. We have to pursue a genuinely all-inclusive model where all sectors of the economy are connected into tourism. It's the only way, which goes back to my original point that we must bring everybody together. So, I'm celebrating this, but I'm using the opportunity to remind the public or to make the public aware that the government of Jamaica, through the new social housing program, made an allocation along with the Tourism Enhancement Fund to pursue housing for tourism workers. Yes. The funds that have been allocated may have to be repurposed given the immediate need for restoration and emergency shelter. But I want it to be in the consciousness of the public that the government is going to be instrumental, deliberate in terms of its housing policy to provide housing opportunities for persons working in the tourism sector. And we started that by insisting that all new developments must have a housing component to it. You would have seen that some of the newer tourism products that are coming on the market, they have either dormitories or they have built units. And those that are being constructed now, all of them have either building out units for workers to acquire or to live in a rent mode facility, or dormitories are being built. Because tourism is considered a driver of the economy. And for many years we have been talking about linkages into tourism. But the concept of the linkages would be, how do you link tourism to the supply chain that goes in? Meaning, how do we link it to agriculture, for example? Or how do we link it to manufacturing? But we must now expand it. How do we link it to the welfare and well-being of the workers? And housing is a critical linkage for tourism. Now, I know the group that is behind this are very skilled contractors and that they do excellent work. This tower would have risen up in under a year. If you can do this, you can build thousands of low-income houses as well. And therefore, I use this platform to challenge you and to say the government of Jamaica is willing to partner with you if you were to put some of your construction skills into providing low-income housing, which is absolutely necessary at this time, given the destruction wrought by Hurricane Mercy. So come and talk to me after. That as we enter into the reconstruction phase, I need contractors who can operate at scale and at pace. That's how we're going to bring the entire Jamaica together. That's how luxury is going to help to bring people out of poverty. The intersection of our interests. I also want to use this opportunity to talk about our environment. I know that this project has had its fair share of skepticism as it relates to the environment. I had long discussions with NEPA to ensure that everything that is being done here was sustainable and that it would enhance the value of what is being developed in the city of Montego Bay, but that it will also protect, preserve, and enhance our environmental assets. Because at the end of the day, the mystique and aura around Montego Bay, it is not high-rise buildings and skyscrapers. It is, as Minister Bartlett said, it's sun, sea, sand, and there are some other S's to be added. I don't know what you're thinking, but I was thinking seamlessness, safety, security. And we must preserve that. Yes, we must improve and enhance the quality of our buildings. We must bring them into modern times. We must give great facades to them. We must bring them out of the 60s and 50s and build them forward and future-proof them. And therefore, I endorse this, I admire this, I like this because it is projecting Jamaica into the future. But we're not going to leave behind the core of who we are, the natural assets that define us, but more importantly, distinguishes us. You don't want the tourists to come here and say, oh, I feel like I'm in Manhattan. Nobody's going to take a plane from Manhattan to come to Manhattan. We want to be in Jamaica. So we must preserve the things that make us distinctly Jamaican. I say very quickly, however, that there are some things that make us Jamaicans that we must dispense with. Such as ensuring that our streets are clean, ensuring that our frontage is well kept, and in a tourism environment, and as I was driving through, you could see that some people are trying to keep their frontage looking beautiful beautiful and welcoming, and others are not. That's a municipal matter to be addressed, and the mayor isn't here. Please tell him that I was talking in behind his back. That we need to pay attention to the frontage of the properties, whether they are private or public, because you are selling a unified product. You can't have a hotel here looking very lovely, and then 2 doors down there's another property where it's just chaos. That's a part of what is becoming Jamaica, chaka chaka, which we need to remove from our culture and experience. The tourism product does require a certain level of order. Not to be totally sanitized, but there must be a certain order and seamlessness about the product that ensures that there is a standard where everyone can articulate. And that's what we would want to do. And I see the effort being made by the NCH group to ensure that their properties that they develop, and especially this one, meets that standard of orderliness and seamlessness. Finally, I had occasion to reflect on 2017. We see so far, so long, so far, and the need to declare a state of public emergency. Some of you looking at it, 2017, Montego Bay recorded probably its highest murder rate, where I believe Montego Bay went up to more than 200 murders. SSP, that is the case. Maybe that's closer as many as 300. And we had to declare a state of public emergency. We reduced it by 70%. Yes. And we managed to maintain it at below 150 for several years. And now we are, SSP, we're below 100. We are 50, 52 homicides. I make the point to say that even though the challenges that we face may seem intractable, meaning you'll never be able to surmount them, they're just not going to go away. With good policies, careful thought, strategic thinking, good management, and enduring presence, you can have an impact and you can make a difference, and indeed you can transform. Before your very eyes, we have transformed the public safety issue, criminal violence, organized crime in Montego Bay and St. James. Before you go. Before the eyes of the entire country, the murder rate has been cut this year by 42.5% as of yesterday. The year before, it was cut by approximately 19%. And the year before, it was cut by approximately 8%. So we have moved our murder rate from being one of the highest in the region to now being amongst the lowest. We're not at the lowest yet. And Salvador has done a phenomenal job. They are way down. So we have moved from about 50 per 100,000. We're about 25 per 100,000. We need to get down to below the regional average, which is about 15 per 100,000. That is the target. So next year we're not going to sit back and say, oh, we have achieved this wonderful thing. Next year we're going to be pushing even harder to bring our homicide rate to below the regional average. And I believe once we give the security guarantee, you are not going to have space on the hip strip for tourists to walk. It's the reality. We believe we're seeing a very high level of visitor arrivals. But the truth is we're not even scratching the surface of our potential, because the security concern does create some hesitancy in truly realizing our visitor potential. So for a project like this to realize its true and full potential, and for the entire Montego Bay to realize the true and full potential, we must keep driving that murder rate down. We must ensure citizens' security, and we must ensure public order. And so I give you the assurance, my friends, that this administration will continue to push the agenda of citizen security, public order, and strategic infrastructure development to ensure that the potential of this great place of Montego Bay is fully realized. So with those musings, thoughts, and comments, that I hope it has given you some different perspectives and a better understanding of what government is doing. And thank you for your attention, and again, commendations and congratulations to NCH and the Pinnacle team for reaching the goal of topping the first tower. And I'm not expecting that you'll be doing a tower per year, so that's another 3 years before you finish. You should finish this within 2 years. Yes? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Prime Minister, allow me to welcome you back to the stage. Thank you so much for your wide-ranging address. And as you come, I'm going to invite our chairman, Zipping Chen, as well as our CEO, to symbolically sign the Tower 1 topping out ceremony memorabilia here. Yes? And I'd also like to acknowledge Yu Chen Tao, who is the CEO of Brothers Construction, who I believe joined us as well and is part of the team. So here we go, the signatures of our Prime Minister, our CEO, and our Chairman. There you go. Jamaica's Prime Minister says that's his autograph. Thank you so much. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jamaica's first branded residence.
shake.
You can try.
What's the content?
Huh?
What's the content?
Milk.
Blueberry dirty milk.
Chill glass, a good line. See?
Yeah, man. Kitchen 721.
Yes, man.
Big up, big up.
Big up yourself.
That's that, yo. Yes, my people, so that was the topping out ceremony for Tower 1, or the Swallowtail of the Pinnacle, right here nestled on a 17.5 acre peninsula in Redding, Montego Bay. Let me know what you think about everything so far. You know, it's such a milestone achieved here for Montego Bay and by extension the entire Jamaica. Right now, this is the tallest building in the English-speaking Caribbean. You can count on me when the 3,800 square meter, 3-story commercial and shopping center is completed, which will feature restaurants, retail shops, banking facilities, and much more. This is definitely a great investment to make right here in the tourism capital of Jamaica, Montego Bay. Trust me guys, you won't go wrong with this purchase. And if you need further details on how to purchase one of these units, you can reach out to me at 876-352-7711 and I'll pass you on to one of the sales rep at the Pinnacle. All right. Imagine being on the 28th floor of the Pinnacle. You can see the entire Montego Bay, guys. I'm not exaggerating. You can see the entire Montego Bay. From breathtaking ocean views, lagoon, the Freeport Peninsula, cruise ships being docked at Freeport, downtown Montego Bay, and mountain vistas. You can see it all. Alright, but you heard our Prime Minister just now. They have taller buildings in the pipeline for Jamaica, so be on the lookout, guys. Be on the lookout.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Afternoon, we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Was the best we ever had, and we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
LCH Developments continues to push forward with its US $450 million project called the Pinnacle. This luxury development includes both residential and commercial components aimed at attracting local and international buyers. On this day, December 10th, 2025, marks the completion of Tower 1's 28th-floor superstructure at Jamaica's first branded residences. Work has already begun on the second tower called the Canary, along with 7th floor parking, and that one is expected to be completed by 2027.